Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be making banga soup. Yes, you heard me right. As a proper Delta wife married to an Urobo man, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make banga soup. So let's get straight into the recipe. So first thing you're going to need is, of course, the banga nuts, which are palm nuts. This you can get in any Nigerian market, and you can get them in African shops as well if you do not live in Nigeria. They look like this, and this is what you get from the palm tree. They harvest them, they pick them up like this, and then this is what you use in making your banga paste, which is what is going to serve as a base for your banga soup. Okay, that was a mouthful, but you get what I'm saying. So the first thing you want to do is wash these nuts because they're usually like really sandy. So you need to wash them, take off any dirt before you start to boil them. In a clean pot, we're going to place our washed palm nuts with lots of water. We're going to cook till these nuts are softened because we're going to be mashing them, like pounding it to get out the pulp from it and then extract the juice from it. We're going to cover this to boil for at least 15 to 20 minutes depending on how high your heat is. And once a fork can go through the nuts, like not go through because there's a seed in there, but basically once it is soft enough for a fork to just get into it, you know that your palm nuts are ready to be pounded. So I'm just going to strain them now. Mine is ready. I'm going to strain them and take out the nuts from the water, and then we're going to proceed to pounding the nuts. If you're watching and you're not yet subscribed, or you're coming across my channel for the first time, please click the subscribe button and be a part of this family, okay? And also hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post my videos. It costs you nothing as you're already on the channel, but it goes a long way to motivate and encourage me to make more videos and upload more videos. So what you need to do is just pound these nuts till you can see the skin coming off of it, because we're going to be extracting the juice from it using some warm water. So you keep pounding till you can see it looking like this, all mushed up like this. Every seed has to like lose its skin, and the chaff and the skin just comes off the seed. This is exactly how you want your palm nuts to look by the time you are done pounding. This should take a couple of minutes, not really difficult because they're already cooked and they're softened, and as such it doesn't take so long to get to this point. You can use a mortar and pestle as you can see me doing, or you can just use like a big bowl and maybe like a strong bottle that can help you mash if you do not have a mortar and pestle. Now to extract the juice, you're going to use some warm water. Just watch the video carefully and see exactly how I am doing it. You guys, this is the part I love about African dishes, or let me say Nigerian dishes. There is a lot of work that goes into it, and as such, a lot of our love and heart goes into making our dishes. They might look tedious, they might actually be tedious, but you guys, the end result is always worth it. So you're going to use your hand to mash every palm nut, extracting the nut but leaving the skin and all the mushy stuff that comes with it, okay? I'm trying to be as detailed as possible with this video because I need you guys to know exactly how to extract your palm juice from your banga nuts, your banga paste from your banga juice, from your banga nuts, okay? Basically, if you don't want to go through this process, what you can do is get the paste already made from supermarkets or shops. There are people that sell them already made, even on Instagram. You can get that and just skip this process, but I love to do everything myself from the scratch. So once you've been able to extract the juice out, you can see some juice coming out of it, using warm water to basically just wash the seeds and the chaff. You separate the chaff, and then we're going to strain this in a strainer so that the seeds and everything else would remain on the strainer while the juice comes on the bottom. It is this juice that is the banga juice that you're going to use in making the soup. The soup is mainly just this paste that you're seeing right here. That is what makes banga soup. As you can see, this is the color that it should have. This is how it looks like. So you just repeat the same process with all the banga nuts that you have boiled, and then you can proceed to making your soup. So now we're going to turn our banga juice into a large pot. Make sure you're using a large pot, you guys. I'm not using all my juice because I'm saving some of that for some black soup and some banga rice that I want to make later in the week. Okay, so you turn your paste or your banga juice into your pot and allow that to begin to simmer on low heat. Once it has started boiling, you're going to add in your stockfish head. I prefer to use this part of the stockfish because it brings out a lot of flavor, that local flavor that soup dishes are supposed to have. This would give you that, and I really love it in all my soups. It is not traditional to making banga soup, but I really love it in my soup. Okay, and I allowed that to cook for about 10 minutes in the banga paste. So now I'm just going to go ahead to add my meat, my momo, which is cow's skin, and any other meat that you want to use at this point. Just add it in, and then be generous with your diced onion. This is one tip I learned from my sister-in-law, you guys. Lots and lots of diced onion goes a long way in enhancing the taste of your banga soup. So to season, we're just going to add some salt, and of course I'm using this Maggi Niger pot. You guys, this particular seasoning is so good for any soup dish or any dish that has palm oil in it, and it's perfect for this soup. Feel free to use any seasoning you like, but this is what I highly recommend. And are you aware that it is from this banga paste that you get palm oil? Anyway, go and find that out, but I'm telling you today, palm oil is gotten from this banga paste. There is a process to making that and all of that, but that's not what we're getting into in today's video. All right, if you've watched to this point and you are not yet subscribed, come on, what are you doing? Click the subscribe button and be a part of the family. So to that, I just added some ground crayfish. Make sure you are generous with your crayfish as well, because that will add to the taste and to, the flavor. Now I'm just adding ground pepper. You guys, add as much as you can tolerate. Don't say Joy added a whole lot into hers and then you go ahead and add a lot to yours. No, add as much pepper as you can tolerate. All right. Stir that to combine. Taste at this point because you want to make sure that everything is right. Banga soup is like a broth-like soup. So everything in here is what makes the soup, what it is really. And you want to make sure that it tastes right. So once you've tasted it and it tastes right, everything is good, you're just going to allow this to simmer for at least 10 to 12 minutes on medium heat till you begin to see that the oil is floating on top. As you can see, you're seeing some oil floating on top of our soup right now. Now you're going to go ahead to add banga spice. You get this to buy in any Nigerian market or any African shop. Just tell them you want banga spice. It is a mix and blend of spices that helps to enhance the taste and the aroma of the banga soup. So after you add that, you can then add in your smoked fish. Typically, the Yoruba people cook this with live fish and fresh fish and all of that, but I and my husband, we don't eat that, so I rather use the smoked dried one. It's almost the same thing, it's just one is smoked and one is fresh. So yeah, I'm putting that last because the fish doesn't really need to cook for too long and the soup is already halfway through. So we're just going to leave this to cook till it thickens just a little bit, not too much at all. Taste again to make sure everything is right. If you need to adjust the salt or the seasoning, go ahead and do that. And that's pretty much it, you guys. You just allow this soup to cook till it is, it's coming together. Typically, they will serve this soup in something they call ewere, which is a local earth dish plate, but I don't have that, so I'm just going to be serving it in a regular plate. And this is what you want your banga soup to look like once you're done. You can see the oil floating on top. It looks a bit thickened, but not that much. This is exactly what you want your banga soup to look like. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you're not subscribed.